anything sensible here. Yeah, I should say I was programming in C++. I'm not 100% sure, but at least most of the people in those finals are programming in C++. That's pretty much a standard language for competitive programming or anything related to competitive programming. If it's even, it can be classical algorithms, optimization stuff. Pretty much C++ is the best all-around language for that kind of things. Pause the glory. Okay, so I hope to get first here, but this is another type of map that I perform. Okay, it's not even fun. It's not even funny anymore. The guy is just chasing me with huge squads. Does anyone program with a functional language like Haskell? I don't think so. There might be few people that actually know Haskell, but most of the people are quite young, usually at the just finished studies or during their studies, and very few of those know Haskell, at least from my experience. How does one get started in C++ with mostly web dev experience? It's hard for me to tell because I just don't know. I mean, I'm not a web developer. I know very little about web development. So I don't know the set of skills and what you're lacking of by being a web developer. It's just very hard for me to tell, so I don't want to give you some stupid ideas, sorry. How old are you? I'm 32. People usually give me a little bit less, but at least buy C++ books. That will teach you something. I don't know. It depends on. C++ is a huge language, and depending on the use case, you need different things from that. For example, when doing competitive programming, you don't need half of its functionality. Yeah, that's true. There are plenty of resources. Okay, at least. Okay, so I'm focusing. I want to get at least 20,000 knights, and then I will spread over all of the map. Can you suggest some good resources where I can improve myself for competitive programming? Okay, so can you describe a little bit more about yourself? I mean, do you compete on Top Coder or HackerRank or whatever? If you do those contests, what's your color, or how many contests have you done? I mean, it's impossible to give one answer for everyone. Everyone has different problems. Everyone is in different position, have different background. It's just impossible to give one magical answer that will suit everyone. Just not. So how long have you been doing the contests? I mean, for a few months, how many competitions have you done? Okay, I will just... Okay, the swarming starts. Okay, so you're not doing them for very long. 10 contests? Yeah, I would say that you're definitely just starting out. And I mean, 10 contests are still... What do you get out of the competitions? Okay, so 10 contests are not that many. I would still, in your position, I would still try to do code forces stuff. I would still try to do the top coder, probably, though, for me at least. I don't have a huge knowledge about the classical algorithmic competitions, but I still treat those two websites as the best ones. On average, the quality of the problems is probably the highest. Okay. Give me a... Yeah, I'm always forgetting about doing that. What do you get out of the competitions? I answered that in a very stupid Quora question. I mean, pretty much all stuff on the Quora is just a more elaborate way of wasting time, but I will share it anyway. How can I... Okay. But to sum things up, I learn a lot throughout those contests. I'm having fun, even though it may not seem like I'm having it right now. It's actually pretty fun. And well, at least when it comes down to machine learning contests, I also, well, that's my main source of income right now. I also get to travel to meet people. Actually, lots of very, very important points. So it turned out, at least for me, that doing competitive programming was one of the better decisions I did ever. Even though it took me quite a lot of time to be where I am currently, it turned out to be a very good decision. I learned a lot throughout those contests. I mean, when I started, I had no idea about algorithms. I had no idea about, well, pretty much everything. The whole idea that I became a specialist in machine learning is only because I participated in programming contests, and that's the only reason why I'm actually a good someone that is good in machine learning. And yeah, and as I was expecting, I'm getting pretty decent score on the first server, 200 points per tick. Okay. Seeing it's a big language, how much of C++ would you say you're comfortable? I don't know. Probably not that big part. I used multi-threading pretty extensively. I know intrinsics. I know a lot of strange stuff about GCC, particularly about optimizations. Of course, I know STL pretty well. Not very well, but pretty well. At the same time, when it comes down to writing objective-oriented stuff, I still do some pretty basic mistakes. Like, I still remember that I spent significant amount of time trying to understand why polymorphism doesn't work when the classes are statically initiated without using pointers, and it happened several years ago, but still it's pretty basic C++ knowledge, I'd say. Well, okay, it's not basic, but it's somewhere in the middle, and I completely forgot the problem with it. So it's hard to tell. I mean, I know that I know probably less than half of the essential features of C++, and at the same time I know that there are so many people that will say that they are experts in C++ and they will know much less than me. So it's really hard to express the knowledge of the language as a single dimensional value. It's just way too hard. When do you write code? Okay, so the problem is that you happened to arrive at the moment where I'm pretty much exhausted already. So I coded throughout the most... Okay, so that's a lie. I didn't. Throughout the most of my stream, I talked and sorry, I'm just forgetting words right now. I procrastinated. I just thought that I will do something that I didn't. It took me a lot of time, and so I have no idea how much time did I actually work throughout the whole Marathon 24. Optimistically, I worked for 12 hours. Well, that's really an optimistic. Definitely not more than 12 hours, and probably in those 12 hours I would include all of the stuff that I was eating because I was actually thinking about the solutions back then. But now it's close to the end, and the reason I'm not implementing anything else is okay. So I'll just explain the idea of the Marathon24 contest for you, because it's not like I have so much other things to do right now. So there's a link to the Dropbox somewhere below the stream in the, there's important links header. And there you can find the problem statement that I was solving one specific problem. And so the problem statement is like 2 pages long. It's not very long, so you can actually read it, maybe not now, but a little bit later. It's quite easy to understand, especially when I have my visualization ready. So, okay, so the idea of Marathon24 contest is that it's a team programming contest. Normally, in each team there are each team consists of 3 different people. Yeah, they have to be different. Sorry. And there are 3 different complex tasks. Each one of the tasks is a multiplayer game played over TCP/IP. So what you do, you write an AI bot or whatever you want to call it, a solution that will communicate with the server and will send communicate with the specified protocol, text protocol, because it's easier this way. And for example, my game in simplicity is just as some kind of a war game where I'm getting some. I have my knights which form squads, and I have to conquer the yellow stuff that give me points, and the green stuff give me reinforcements. I own a tile if I have any units over it, and in my visualization the blue circles are my units, red circles are enemy units. There's fog of war. I'm using the colored grid to tell what kind of terrain already uncovered. So black is still covered, the white one is passable terrain, the gray one, which I don't have here, is impossible, and you know already the 2 other colors. There are some stuff at the bottom like score, etc. So here's the global ranking. There are 3 different problems: Lim City, Pac-Man, and Vitalina. Since I'm competing unofficially, I was only doing one of the problems. I was doing the Vitalina stuff. There are 2 because each game is played on 2 different servers simultaneously. So you get that separate score in each of the servers. Sometimes they have a different algorithm for I like your accent. That's probably, that's very Canadian of you. Thank you. I have no idea what to say. That's the very first time I heard that, so I feel confused. Okay, so going back to the explanation. And my accent is based on talking for the last 22 hours, so that's probably the reason. Okay, so as you see, just another game started. Each game lasts between, I don't know, 15 to 40 minutes. And when the new game starts, the new map is generated. So you can actually see that something is happening. The game is, well, it's essentially a turn-based strategy. On the server number 1, each turn takes 1 second. On the other one, it takes 5 seconds. I'm from Poland, Central Europe, kind of, at least. So during the start of the game, each game plays for the specific amount of turns. Here I'm outputting some debugging stuff, and I'm outputting the current turn number and the total turns for the whole round. Pasha. Yeah, Pasha biceps. Polish people have really great Counter-Strike team. They're really great. Okay, back to the what is the purpose to the simulation? So the whole purpose is that you're playing it simultaneously with 30 other teams. That's stuff right here. And this is a real contest where people are playing in order to win it, to gain the highest score possible. There are some prizes, etc. I'm competing. Well, I'm not really competing. I'm doing one of the problems unofficially, but the main point was to do the live stream that will be educational in nature. I'm the last year's winner of the Marathon24. I mean, I was in the team that won Marathon24 last year, and 2 years ago I placed second, and in general I do a lot of strange contests. So that's how I'm currently doing in my problem. When you would sum those points, I would be probably second. I'm not that sure. Yeah, it looks like I would be second. So yeah, I'm just doing it because I like to explain stuff, and I try to share my knowledge, and hopefully I really hope that more people will participate in 24-hour contests. Even the qualification rounds are usually fine. And another thing is that, well, in lots of let's call them hardcore classical algorithmic contests, it's extremely hard to get to the what? Okay, so apparently I died. So whatever, let's just split. Okay. It's nearly impossible to qualify for Topcoder algorithm finals. It's very hard to qualify for Google Code Jam or Facebook Hacker Cup, and at the same time, those contests last for 2 hours. You get there, you have the contest, and pretty much it's GTFO. Maybe you have an interview, and that's all. And in Challenge 24 or Marathon 24 or Deadline 24, it's much easier to qualify for the finals. Quite a lot of finalists in those contests are people that they would never call themselves as competitive programmers. Quite often they are just normal developers, or they just like to do some random stuff. But Okay, I have to make some quick changes to the current parameters. Okay, I talked quite a long about what is Marathon24, but my final point was that the finals for those 24-hour contests are much more interesting for competitors. They are much more fun, and it's much easier to get to qualify for the finals. So pretty much. Well, the only downside is that it won't give you such a huge boost with finding a job, but not everyone focuses on doing that. So yeah, that's okay. Okay, so okay, this server looks pretty strange. I'm doing my usual stuff of gathering the army, but the problem is that I'm constantly being attacked. So I'm very slowly gathering the army right now. Are you self-taught or went to school? Okay, so there was a very similar question like 1 hour ago. I'm both. So it's hard to explain it in any other way. I went to Warsaw University for computer science, where I dropped out during the last year, but I pretty much didn't attend any of the courses. I just went there to meet people. Originally I'm not from Warsaw, so I also wanted to move to a different city, so at the same time I can say that university gave me a lot, but in terms of learning programming skills, I'm definitely self-taught. Okay. That's so tired. Okay, I'm still waiting to gather big enough army on the first server. Also, people are not very aggressive. Here. Do you learn programming by reading books? No. It's very common theme. I don't read books. Okay, I think that books are a pretty bad resource for learning anything. Blog posts are better. Doing it yourself is better. Even doing it yourself, checking on the Stack Overflow, googling what the problem was is better. Books can be fine if you're just starting something, because, well, you rarely, everyone has learned in a different way, and reading book from cover to cover doesn't make any sense. Everyone encounters different problems. It just doesn't matter that much. And there's that point where book was written by a single person and you have huge bias based on that you are reading stuff only from a single person, and you want to learn from as many different sources of information as you can. So do a lot of different stuff. Okay. And okay, I'm gathering 500 per turn. I'm trying to figure out when should I start the swarming. By swarming I mean stopping being at the green stuff and move to the yellow, to the points. Okay, I think I should start doing it right now. Okay, so let the swarming begin. Also, what are the rules of the game? So, below the stream there's a link to the Dropbox. The Dropbox contains the byzad a PDF which contains the rules of the game, and I explained the rules 20 minutes ago, and I don't want to do this again right now. So the best way for you is to read the rules. It's just 2 pages long, and I can explain how my visualizer. So what you see on the screen, those 2 parts, is what the visualizer I wrote specifically during the contest. So, okay, thanks. Sure. Also, I just hit 100 followers. Thanks, guys. And it's pretty much the first real live stream that I ever did. So I guess it's kind of good. Okay, I'm losing lots of people over here, so how am I doing? Pretty good. Not really. It's very hard to answer that. Definitely I was doing better several years. Yeah, years too, but several hours ago. Also, it seems I won't be able to get the first place here, which sucks. No. Okay, yeah, definitely I won't be able to do that. Bummer. Yeah, I'm really tired. I've been doing this for. Give me a moment. The contest already is going on for 21 hours. I'm here for 1 more hour, so I'm doing this stuff for 22. Deleted link. This is the link. Oh yeah, sorry. You're not allowed because I had so many spammers earlier. I had to disallow all of the links. But I guess you just posted the link to the Dropbox, and I guess the one vector figured out where. Well, I can. Yeah, that probably would have been better. So this is a direct link to the rules of that single problem that I'm solving, or I was solving, or whatever you want to call it. I'm doing so bad here. And then suddenly I'm how? Yeah. Oh, still. My tu tylko po pizzę. Suddenly they are doing very good in the. So that's strange. They've been doing very good on the first server, but quite bad on the second one, and it's the same problem. I mean that's pretty much shows how big the variance is. Okay, I'll grab some more Coke. I need that. Be right back in a few minutes. What a wonderful start. I wish someone could change me here. I mean, I'm not doing really anything for the last several hours, and it seems I will. Yeah, I will definitely fall out of the top 3. This sucks, but. Oh well. Thank you. I'm in point that I just don't care about anything, pretty much. Why can you be bored of Canada? Where do you live? In what city? I heard that Canada has, at least few cities in Canada have one of the best escape rooms around the globe. And I would say few cities, but probably I would mess them up with the USA ones, so I'm not risking doing that. Although I said I don't care about anything right now, so maybe I should. Also, I just died on the first server, and for the very first time it respawned me in a decent place. If I understand this map correctly, everyone spawned here on the diagonal. It's a line of death for everyone. Probably I missed something, but right when I spawned, I was already surrounded by the enemies. Here I have no idea what is happening. I guess I died again. Dying and dying all over again. Oh. Actually, that's awesome. I'm doing a stream. It's in the programming section. I'm actually not programming. I'm just looking and so at some programs, and while I'm just dying out of exhaustion. And which is strange. uh, I hope I won't have this thing going on that I will talk and talk when I don't see other people. I feel like I'm on a kind of therapy right now, that I have to talk about what happened in my life, and people will, yeah, that's fine. We understand you, but no more drinking or whatever. Or let me think. Do you have anything else that you have to finish? No. I don't have to do anything. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the solution I created. Obviously, because I competed unofficially, I didn't have the motivation I normally have. That's the one thing, and considering how much time did I spend talking and explaining stuff, I'm really satisfied with what I created. I'm not really satisfied in the educational value, because obviously I can always do better, but considering this was the very first time for me that I'm actually talking on the microphone, and suddenly for 24 hours and I'm not a native speaker, and so I'm actually satisfied with doing that, and I'm still alive. And okay, so I was searching for wait, make it, yeah, that's how I feel right now. That's exactly how I feel. I was pretty impressed by the weight lock mechanism in escape room. We have to put specific blocks assembled into cube into the place to open the lock. The blocks to put locks. Yeah. I'll show you the full scoreboard. Sorry. You can just ask about it anytime, and I'll just show it gladly. Okay, so. Charles University Legion is still in the lead, and as I expected, AIM Fund is actually managed to get to the strong second place. Unfortunately, they have pretty low scores on the Vitalina task. And Past Glory are losing a lot of points. Well, pretty much on all of the problems. That's the thing. While their third position is pretty secured, it's still 3 hours. I don't know how much of the total points were already distributed in all of those rounds, but I don't know, 80, 90. So I think if AIM Fund is going to be very lucky, they still have some chance for winning it. I mean, well, obviously it's different kind of luck. What I mean by this is getting luckier map generation or whatever. Well, there's always some kind of luck that's involved. Okay, so I completely blew this one, which sucks because I blew a lot of those recently. And okay, now I should how many? Okay, let's try doing it this way. No. Okay, so I died here. If it make you feel better about education factor of this stream, just finished my first grid searcher using BFS. Thanks, bro, for inspiration. You're welcome. Also, going back to the fun vector guy, impressed by the blocks. I saw several logs that were based on the weight, although I'm a noob when it comes down to mechanical stuff. So actually, when I'm designing the escape rooms right now, that's what I have lots of learning about the mechanical stuff, Arduino, Raspberry Pi, all of the embedded electronics, all of the well, I guess for people who are frequently in hacker spaces, like who frequent hacker spaces, it's, I guess those are just basics, but I have to know what RFID can do, what you can do with contact rounds. A lot of learning. So why am I talking about this anyway? I should just gladly collapse and you wouldn't have to. Actually, you don't have to go through anything. I'm the one that's going through all of this. Okay. The best part is that I actually brought a gamepad with me because I assumed that at some point I will be so much tired and I will so much hate it that I will just prefer to play games. The original idea of livestream even assumed that I will do some random halftime show where I would play some very hard game. I love playing extremely hard games. Probably it wouldn't be the best idea to do this now. And I'm still tagged as programming, and I'm not sure if Twitch would like to see someone play a game in the programming section. I wonder if I could get banned for doing that. Okay, did anything change? I have a shitty score here, and here I'm waiting for another round. Actually, I have never. So on the second server, one round takes almost 1 hour. I guess it's actually whole exactly. Well, I could compute it. Well, calculate it, compute it. That's way too complex work for me right now. Oh, sorry, my Firefox is on the other monitor. Yeah, so it's just it seems like it's just one for second server. It's 1 game per hour, and that's pretty much it. So we have 3 more games, and actually 1 game on the second server changed a lot. I'm still on the 20th place. Well, that's peculiar. So I don't think that's mathematically possible. What you see right here, that one team went down and all of the other teams are still at the same place. I guess someone did a great job with calculating that, obviously. Oh, yeah, programming stream, welcome. What someone could do? Okay, new game. Let's see how I'm going to get crashed this time around. It doesn't look well. Probably the biggest problem I have is that I'm not running away from crazy enemies. Most of them are crazy. I mean, enemies are crazy by definition. Or maybe not. Starter. I was just pausing to the photos, sorry. Crap. No, I lost 1 place. No. Okay. That map is very strange. I mean, it's empty, so again, everything can happen. We don't like small maps. Pretty much in every big map, I was able to win or get second place. With small maps, I still haven't figured out the correct strategy. I mean, the pizza guys, the English translation is "we are here only for the pizza." Apparently are on the lucky streak. That's very impressive. I would call that skill, although I seen their other scores, so not exactly. Okay, so that's actually a pretty strange choice. I have small area and okay, new game, and I'm just okay. So there are very few. I'm Yeah, why they are not attacking me? I have no idea. Okay, so I got second cottage. That's more that I could imagine getting. Are you fond of playing board games? What's your favorite board game? Well, I haven't been playing much board games recently. I love all kinds of games, so that's the important part. But for some reason, I stopped playing board games because, well, there are several types of board games that I don't like. There are combinatorial board games where people are over analyzing each possible decision. So instead of having fun experience, they take several minutes just to make one stupid decision, and we are waiting for them. So I don't like board games where it's impossible to analyze every combination of what other players will do. So I prefer board games that are fast-paced, and in general, because I would call that game designer bias. I prefer board games that have some interesting mechanic. So recently, when I was in Indianapolis for Top Coder Open, actually the Philip Lasek from Charles University region, who was a marathon finalist as well, brought the. Okay, let me Google that. It was a card game. Habini. Okay, maybe Google will correct me. Card game. Hanabi. Yeah, the almighty Google can understand drunk guys. And okay, so Hanabi. Yeah. Thanks for doing this again, Lydia and Artem. Artem. Shit, sorry, man. Oh, I know why I have trouble with pronouncing that. There's an Artyom name in Russian, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I just should shut up. I'm sounding like ignorant guy from. Okay, I'll just shut up. Yep, that's a good idea. And where? Oh, I had an official participation in some random contest. Okay. Let's leave it. Okay, so back to the board game stuff. I did play it a lot several years ago, and I still enjoy finding an board game with very original game mechanic. But at the same time, I really like I just like more the computer games. First of all, it allows for the story-driven experience, which is always great for me. That's why I love indie games, where even they often have very innovative game mechanics, very unique story, and very unique aesthetics. So like every high quality indie game is absolutely unique and new experience. That's why I love indie gaming. And I think I'm really easily changing subjects right now. I just noticed that. So that should be used as experiment for psychologists and psychiatrists. How human mind changes with the sleep deprivation. With the invention of Twitch, I guess they would easily gather a lot of data. Yeah. Oh well. By the way, there's no alcohol in that. Just to be clear. Okay. Can I do anything else? Suddenly I'm in the second place. Okay. I won't complain. No idea how this happened. Yes, that's actually the Super Meat Boy, and you probably found in the game the movie, and the makers of the Super Meat Boy, Team Meat, Edmund Macmillan, and the second guy, I don't know his name, but yeah, that's probably what you saw. And Super Meat Boy is actually a great game. It doesn't contain a really good story, and it doesn't contain an incredible game mechanics, but it's a very good kind of difficult platformer that has incredibly good pacing, has good aesthetics, has lots of levels, and in general I would say it's one of the better examples of how to make a very entertaining, difficult game approachable for everyone. Okay, actually I could play it right now. I wonder if I have Steam here. Yes, I have Steam. But apparently I don't know my password, so Coda runs. I'm not one of those people. I would love. Well, I'm not sure if I would be able to ever finish doing Coda. Okay, so I guess very few people know of Crypt of the Necrodancer. And well, I'm not sure if I should expand on that idea. It's okay. I'm still seriously. I'm just waiting for it to finish. I mean, I can talk all day long. Probably, well, not very long, but a little bit more. It would be better if I had some better chair. I feel like in high school, pretty much. Okay, what happened? Okay, I have the 5th score. What past glory is suddenly... I don't get this. Okay, so... Okay, past... Honestly, I have no idea. Well, top 3 is pretty sure. I wouldn't expect anyone else getting into top 3. It's because of the rules. It's just impossible to make a sudden jump with scores throughout the last 2 or 3 hours. Jumping by over 20% is pretty much impossible. you would have to perform very good at the same time. Your opponent's solution would have to crash or something like that. So pretty much out of the question. Okay. By the way, I did participate. Probably Artem know about this. I did participate in Condor races. There was a third Condor. It was a Crypt of the Necrodancer racing league. So that's okay. I already talked about it several times, where I explained where I found the inspiration of doing the Twitch stream. It started with doing some speedrunning of the Crypt of the Necrodancer, and then I just thought, why not? What could go wrong when I would sit 24 hours in one place alone, talking to supposedly other people around different places? I have no idea how this works. It's like magic. I took some. Okay, I need a break. Please let it stop. kill me. Please. Okay, it's almost 8. The best part is that they just gave us the breakfast, and I cannot. The breakfast is something that you eat as your first. Crap, my dictionary is failing me. So, what? I'm actually not hitting right keys, so it's really bad right now. Oh yeah, so what I wanted to say is that the breakfast is the first meal. It's not the meal that you are eating during the morning, it's the first meal. So when suddenly I'm eating something that it's supposed to be breakfast and it's my 6th or 7th meal, I just, my brain is very confused. Okay, new map. New map, new adventure. Let's see what we will learn during this episode of cruelness. I should really delete this whole stream after it finishes. Okay, we also got... Or we didn't? What is happening here? Except I'm doing very bad. Okay. 4th place, no, how could they? 3rd place, how could they? Okay. Okay. Okay, actually, that looks great. I love when I'm wrapping around all of the 4 corners. I have so much idea what's happening. So much idea. So... Okay. Oh. I probably... What? Okay. Team follow, whatever. Okay. No idea what's happening, but I'm getting some points, so I will live with that. Okay, sorry for not talking or saying anything. I was replying to some tweets, and also I'm totally brain dead. And there's also not much to talk about. I mean, I can have many ideas right now, but I'm not going to implement anything. And yeah, I've been in the same state for like several hours right now. It's only 2 hours till the end, so I can, well, I feel bad because I will be very close to top 3, but probably, well, it still depends on the last few. rounds. I mean, if I'm going to have this earlier kind of maps, well, the big ones with lots of happening, I know I will get very good scores. But with the small maps, I'm always getting horrible results. Okay, where is my cursor? Okay, so let's refresh the overall ranking. Okay, so yep, as I expected, the gap is widening. And maybe they will catch up, who knows. So the funny thing is that during the last two contests, during the deadline 24 and Marathon 24, in both times I placed first in my problem, but very close behind me there was art detail from I'm Font. Unfortunately, I don't know which one of them he is, so I don't want to guess. But it happened twice that I was the first and they were right behind me, like very, very close. So just because I was in the same contest, I reduced their scores by a lot, just by being there. So I'm honestly I'm rooting for both of those teams now. I'm quite happy to see them at the top two. Okay. Yeah, I should buy a boat. Oh. Oh, I'll check the schedule when the contest finishes. I mean, contest finishes at 10:15, but I don't know how long we should wait for. Let's call that closing ceremony. Yeah, they actually call this closing ceremony. So here's the schedule. Competition ends and there's the closing ceremony. So only 30 minutes after the contest. So actually that's really important. People are, after the 24 hours, they just want to disappear quite often as fast as they can. While they are very friendly in the beginning, everyone wants to go to sleep very fast. I wish I could just go around the competition area and show you how the people look like there, because lots of people just took some bean bags near their boxes and they just fell asleep on the beanbags. I guess if you're fighting for well, if you're in the top 3, you're definitely not going to sleep. You want to be sure you will fight for every small piece of point. But if you are somewhere at the bottom, like me, you don't really care about it. So probably most of the people that go to sleep earlier are those people that don't perform too well, and I can fully understand that. So actually I should... Oh no, someone killed me. I mean, I'm doing very bad, like really bad, and I don't know what's the reason. And I don't want to know what's the reason. No, don't speed, you idiots. My minions are just, well, okay. Probably they are the same as for every other person. Okay. Yep, I lost a lot of points throughout several last rounds. Boom, boom. Okay. No. Oh wow! Suddenly we have a little bit more viewers. I guess people are waking up just to see me brain dead. I wonder how many times I said brain dead throughout this stream, and I wonder how it increased throughout. With the passing time. I wonder how much my English deteriorated. I wonder what's the average speed I was talking with. How many errors in each sentence on average I make now compared to the stuff I was doing earlier. How much I'm just mumbling instead of saying actual sentences. There should be psychological thriller channel type, or definitely not programming, or just sadistic experience. Why did I sign up for this? Thank you, Marek. So Marek is my teammate pretty much in all of the 24 contests that I have done. So far I guess I would be in much better shape if I would do some interview with someone. I could try doing so. I'm not sure. I mean, it's still 2 hours till the end, so... But I could still do something. Sorry, guys. I may be a little bit sleepy. Okay, so Marek... I'll go back to one sentence earlier. I participated so far in 3 Challenge 24s, into Deadline 24s, and into Marathon 24s. And out of 7 of those contests, Marek was my teammate in 6 of them. So that's my most stable teammate. And we won 4 of those contests, actually. So I guess that's pretty good. Plus 2 seconds. No, it doesn't add up. 4. No, plus 1 second and 1/3. Okay, so let's see my visualization stuff. It was so much better earlier. Oh no. Okay. Don't attack this guy. Come on, move your. Okay. Okay, I'll try to. Okay, so. Do a little bit more. Oh crap! He's going to suicide, even if I don't wanted him to. Hopefully, I'll attack this one. It would be so much more fun if. Oh no, or maybe not. Oh, he's the same player? I'm not sure. So far, so good. So I should reclaim this as fast as I can. I'm playing now manually, which I haven't done before. So I implemented this functionality several hours before, probably like 12. I can say that I shouldn't attack one of the targets, which essentially allows me to selectively choose my targets. Okay, someone is here around the corner. And what are the stats? So I definitely don't want to go here because someone here is just stockpiling the units. But I don't have enough functionality. The main point was to have ability to scout, because I needed something to force the movement. Something to force and something to avoid. I do not know whether you are busy now, but if not, could you please tell whether it was up to you to choose one problem? No, it wasn't up to me. I actually was forced to use specific problem. Obviously this one. And actually that's a very good problem. It has only 2 pages and the rules are very simple, and yet it's actually quite well balanced, so I'm really impressed. It's probably the best problem in all of those contests in terms of ratio, depth to complexity. I mean, the game is very deep. There's a lot of potential tactics or strategies that you can implement, both manual and automatic ones. At the same time, it doesn't have too many rules, and it has decent randomness. Gives some ability for comebacks. Okay, I have to X those tiles as well, otherwise he will just go through this point, and I believe this is an inactive player, so I don't want to ever attack him, pretty much. Well, just to be clear, I'm not really doing anything right now. I only watch how my score is going down. That's the best, fun attraction I have. And I said I'm not going to sleep, so I have to stay true to what I said. Score-wise, it's still similar, although the difference was 25 points and now it's only 20. Okay, so they just increase the points they have in Limb City. Okay, so I was away and suddenly I lost pretty much everything. Not sure when, how, why, by whom. So I was third and suddenly I'm doomed. Let's be clear, I'm doomed. The guy is just too strong. I hate this problem. What? No, don't go there. Or there. What a stupid AI. Okay, so I don't know enough about functional programming to be able to tell anything meaningful. Sorry, I'm just not in position that I have enough data to be able to have any decent stance on one way or another. I never enjoyed the functional programming because I prefer the concept of using direct instructions, what the processor will do. So I appreciate when there is no additional abstraction level in the language. That's why I really like C++. And then yeah, that's just the concept I prefer. I'm not saying it's the better one, but for me, well, I feel better when I'm using it, but I guess it's just a matter of preference. Okay, so somehow I'm still in the second place, even though my situation is not very good. I guess in such in such maps, it's very hard to be able to tell what's the correct strategy. You can see that some people prefer to just build a huge intimidating army and wait. That's what I do in other maps. Then again, I'm somehow managing to stay alive. Okay, please stop doing that. It doesn't serve any purpose. Too bad that I don't have any reinforcement. Indiegames.com. Whatever. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, suddenly it's huge army. It's over 2k. Okay, I fell to the 4th place, even though I'm... Okay. Yeah, so all of those players that were stockpiling units, they just started the assaulting of other ones. That's why right at the end you see a sudden shuffling of the scores. That's why I'm also able to reclaim some of the areas more easily. Yeah, so you see the guy finally attacked, and this whole squad has more than total number of units I have. This is the number of knights I have, and this one unit has 2600. So quite a lot. So finally enough, he does the same strategy I do on other maps, and I should feel a bit stupid. Well, I'm definitely feeling stupid. I shouldn't deny it. And I'm in 6th place, and I will be even in even worse position soon. And what happened on the 2nd? Okay, that's... what is it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 14th place. Okay, Genius, what's... no. I need to 37, 35. Actually, Warsaw Road runners are closer to the Plast Glory. Okay, so it's less than 2 hours, and I actually don't know if the results are going to be frozen. We will see in a moment. I don't know. Yeah, so I'll fall to the fourth place as well. And well, it happens. I'm not complaining. That's great. I actually got cottages that I explicitly marked that I don't want to gather. And I'm able to do this only because that's what I'm guessing, they moved out from their cottages and attacked everything else because there are very few turns left. Okay, I have to do the same. Even though I have very few units. Yeah, I'm not able to reclaim it anyway. Especially now. Yeah, that's no way. Oh. It looks like I'm catching up. Maybe I'll get to the 6th place. No. Unfortunately. Okay. Any more news? Okay, so how this... Oh, again I forgot.